my bully boy. Man from the bring of sugar and tea and rum. One day when the fun is done, we'll take our leave and go.
What's up, everybody? Episode 132. I didn't know where we were at because I was just so excited to see these two beautiful dudes. So listen, one beautiful dude. Make sure, before he gets here, he could be late. He could not respond. I'm not sure. But I want everybody to just take 2 seconds and send an email to Logan@beardlaws.com and say, where are you? Where are you? You're late. Where are you? Again, that's Logan@beardlaws.com. And, yeah. Go ahead.
Matt, it sounds like your mic's a little off today. Is it just me, Toby?
Yeah, that like suddenly, like it was fine before he started that the opening, and then all of a sudden,
Oh, no.
oh no,
not
there
so
it is.
good.
Now you're good.
Not
Now you're good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but we're back. I was set back a little farther than usual, so that's on me. That's on me. So Squeak is going to be live with Logan next Thursday in Myrtle. That sounds like a disaster, but I'm here for it.
Wait a minute, you guys are you guys driving down to Myrtle? Because if you are,
They are. I'm not.
You're going to be passing by me. Well, at least
There he is. There he is. Sorry, that's my dog. Hey, yeah, they're going to be driving. Yeah.
Don't worry, I got the dog, guys.
Don't worry. It's just Logan, everybody. He's just barking. But yeah, they're. I believe they are driving. I'm not going. I do the thing called work because I feel like I'm too old to go on a spring break. So that's what I do. And to be honest, I'm not a fan of Myrtle Beach. This is not knocking anybody that loves Myrtle Beach. I know a lot of people in our area. That's where they go. They love Myrtle Beach. I think it is a complete shithole, and
you're not wrong.
Not a fan of it. If I'm going to spend the money, I'm not going to go this time of the year because Virginia Beach is clearly too cold, in my opinion. The Carolinas, obviously, I can get a weather update from you, but I would go to sunny Florida if I was going to go somewhere.
I would if I was going to take a vacation to go to a beach, I would go to Destin, Florida.
Destiny, Florida.
I'm telling you, rural Crawford County, Iowa. There may not be any water around, but it's very windy here.
Very comfortable with the wind. Yeah, if you're coming to the Carolinas to really go to a beach, honestly, Carolina Beach is a much better location. Myrtle Beach is overhyped. It's really like it's a tourist trap. I would love to go to Destin, Florida, and go to the white sand beaches that they have there. Even though I hate the ocean, I'd still be willing to go. I got one of those things, dude, and it did not work for me at all.
Like it didn't function.
Like
what is it? What is
cut
it that
the
you're
top
referring
off
to?
properly, or what's that?
The draft top. This is the 3.0. I just bought one because I heard my 2.0, and I had the same. I had the same with you. Like the 2.0, it broke. Try using this goddamn thing with only 3 of them. Didn't really work well. But they added. I know it doesn't work with aluminum, but they added this as a magnet so you can stick it to your fridge. And whatever they did to this works phenomenal. One thing that I did notice, and I asked the people at Draft Top, I said, hey, man, that thing didn't work for shit, the 2.0. They said, we made some improvements. So the cutters are a little bit better. But one thing they said, if you do not keep it clean, which I never seem to rinse it, that was a big issue. You want to try the Draft Top?
Oh, mine never worked from the very first attempt.
Oh.
Like, it was just absolute garbage.
Just go like this, squeeze.
But I probably didn't get it from the same place that you did. I probably bought like some knockoff piece of shit.
And I got it. How will I know? Does it pop for me?
I feel like you're not on there. You're not on there.
Am I not on there?
No, here.
Stick your tongue out and push your head further.
Logan's trying to use it. So anybody, so let's move on. This is a great comment from Lalita.
Lalita.
I just want to say that I really appreciate everyone in here. We come in here every week, our busy and chaotic lives, to relieve a little stress. I was going to read relive, but a little stress and have some good laughs together. I love all of you guys. So yeah, we love you guys too. And that's exactly what this is. Like, I personally just love chatting with these fellas and whoever else is a part of this show all of the time. But it's good to get on here Thursday, make you guys laugh, and just continue to do it. Logan's I'm watching, I'm having a heartfelt moment and watching Logan struggle.
I want to make sure I don't.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I kind of need it tonight for most of the people that are in here. They know tomorrow is the 2-year anniversary of Joseph's passing. So, this is good. This is a good little bit of stress reliever.
Absolutely. Yep. No, it's it's a family that is kind of like some of the family that I have. We just never see each other, but actually we chat more than probably my actual family. So you guys are closer to me than most of my real family. So thank you guys.
Sounds familiar.
And real quick, Logan, he's doing the thing. He's so impressed with his Blue Jays hat on and his flannel from probably TJ Maxx from about 1998. We got Toby. Oh,
I bought this in the kids section recently.
Oh, hey,
like right before I got my new job.
Hey, look at that.
So, all right, so it's supposed to pop off with this. I probably screwed up, but let me tell you what, that is a clean cut. I am like, there's nothing. There are no. That's not. That's amazing.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. Yeah.
It's impressive.
So Draft Top, we give you permission if you want to clip that, and
the top of my beer is in my beer, but that's my fault.
No, it's supposed to do that.
It is?
Yeah, you just take it out.
Let me reiterate. I did not get mine from that company, so I'm not talking smack on the company that
gotcha.
He's got. I'm just letting you know the one that I got. I probably should have gotten it from them. The one I got did not work for shit.
Oh well,
probably like a cheap wish list knockoff that was sold on Amazon or something.
This is cool.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. And their big thing is drink topless. And we're not taking, for anybody that's listening to the podcast only, we're not taking our clothes off. But if we were, Brandon's taking that North Carolina Tar Heels shirt off. Good news for him. Their star is coming back for his senior year. He wants to bring home a national championship. Toby's got the clocks and color hat, like always, but he's got that keep moving forward shirt, again, from a brand that he uses or wears a lot.
Till Valhalla Project is this one.
Exactly, which is a fantastic thing. And not only being Toby, probably my favorite veteran, but I'm a big fan of him as well. That's why I work with a very cool company called Jim Bob's Grizzly Beard Care. He is a veteran as well, does a lot of great things for veterans, and we have a lot of cool collabs coming up with veteran-owned companies. So super excited to pair with that. And last but not least, I'm rocking, of course, my flannel bunker shirt. And if you guys want to hear something cool, this Saturday they are releasing their new collab, the new flannel. If you guys want to check it out, cool. If not, we will show it to you guys live next Thursday. And if anybody watched Triple T, thank you very much for watching. If you didn't, Dylan from Finlay Hats came on and broke some breaking news that we are doing a collab. It's going to be a Triple T Finlay hat collab. They were doing the stitching starting yesterday. There's going to be a limited run of 24 hats, but I'm going to keep it probably a couple. So it's going to be probably around 20 limited hats, maybe 18. So if you guys are interested, when they come out, buy them up. If not, we're going to rock them anyways. And
that's cool.
That's all I got for that stuff. So we have some cool articles. We got a 4-pound dumbbell.
This is amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Logan's mind blown right now.
I don't need to pour it in
He's like a child with a new Christmas present.
Right. I'm stealing this, by the way.
No, you're not. No, you're not. But if anybody,
I'll go get it.
No, if anybody would like to get one,
so much better than drinking out of the genitalia area of a fish like Toby.
Well, that is a horn, I believe.
Looks like the genitalia of a fish. I got a quick glance of it. It looked like you were drinking out of the genitalia area of a fish.
What kind of fish are you catching that
like
looks like that?
What's your search history look like, Logan?
Yeah.
How do you know?
See, that's what I said.
Wow, look at that.
It looks even more like a penis when you put it in.
It's a fish dick glory hole there.
Those are cool toys there, bud.
What's cool is if anybody clicks that link, we're going to end the Draft Top conversation. So Logan, I want you to just get it out of you. I know you're excited. It's pretty cool.
It's good.
If you guys click that, you're going to get 10% off your entire order by using apparently 10% beard loss. I didn't know that was a thing.
Sure you will.
I didn't know, but apparently it's a thing. So cool. Go get one and drink topless. And back to genitalias. Yeah, I don't know. So some dummy sent over, and I want to thank everybody that sent some articles over. Brandon, thank you very much. And right here, Nita sent some over. Elo sent some over. I'm not sure who else sent some over, but thank you everybody that sent some articles. I did only take a couple, but they all are saved. because we like to kind of keep this free flowing. So we're going to go through 2-3 articles, and then we're going to do the picker wheel. And if you're not sure what the picker wheel is, well, it is a wheel that we spin pretty much every week, and then we have we go through the questions, and it looks like this. So if you would like a question, it can be anywhere from what's your favorite Adam Sandler movie to weirdest thing you have jerked off into. I mean, there is a wide array of questions on here that you, the viewers, put on there. We spin it, and if it's thinking. And if it lands on it, we answer it correctly. So feel free to ask any questions for the picker wheel.
I love the picker wheel. I think it's a moment where we all kind of take a step back and, have a conversation in a very civil debate. And then we wait for Toby to have his yell at the clouds, get off my lawn, old man moment.
Yep.
If my dog wasn't consistently barking, I would have a good retort for that.
Do you notice that Brandon? He's like that, the pack of lions when there's like a weak prey. He knows that you keep muting, and he's like, "I'm gonna give him the business this episode." I can feel it in there, but no, awesome. +2, if you guys want, we're gonna do one more self promotion. Brandon and myself have been doing a cool little YouTube segment where we discuss food related stuff. We did the 8 worst Easter candy foods last week. Spoiler alert, tomorrow we're going to do the 8 best Easter candy foods. If you guys have any ideas or you want some stuff, we got some cool ideas. We're going to maybe try to show everybody how hard it is to eat food with a beard, like maybe some soup. And Brandon's got some cool foods that he's been sent.
I want to show you something, Matt. First of all, the show is great because Matt does a great job of talking about food, and it's basically, let's see how long he can go before I actually start eating it. But I was telling you guys about some cookies. Not very long at all. I was telling you guys about some cookies.
The food too.
Right.
And these cookies are pretty big. They're from Taylor Chipped. They never pay me anything. They just sent me free cookies. Yep. Pretty big.
Look at the size.
How thick these damn cookies are.
Jesus.
Oh, that group.
Originally wrapped, and they're good. Now, I was telling you last night about the Fruity Pebbles one, Matt.
Yeah.
So these guys make a Fruity Pebbles called Stormy Pebbles cookie. They don't put Fruity Pebbles in it, but I don't know if you guys have seen the TikTok videos of people making Fruity Pebbles in a bowl of cereal, straining the Fruity Pebbles out and throwing it away because they're getting crazy, and then just using the milk to mix in the batter. This is the color of the cookie. It's a greenish hue. Yeah,
it kind of looks like fish shit.
I haven't tried it. It's called Stormy Pebbles, of course. Smells like Fruity Pebbles, and yeah, that cookie is thick. Anyway, we have fun on the show. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Did you guys know that when humpback whales copulate, the male produces? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the male produces up to 30 grams of semen, of which only 2 gallons end up in the female. That's why the ocean is so salty.
And that's why I don't go swimming in the goddamn ocean.
Yeah, because he already swallows 2 gallons of semen.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's not why?
That was a good one.
Thank you.
I found out.
I'm so mad I set myself up for that.
I found out recently that cats have barbed dicks. Their dicks are barbed.
That is correct.
That's why, like, if you've ever heard or seen cats doing it in the back, the alley,
it's not exciting.
Yep.
No,
and ducks have corkscrew dicks.
Wow. This is fun.
Found that out by accident. Don't recommend that.
No, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, fun facts with the Beard Laws.
Facts about animal penises.
That's what we should do. Maybe on next week we'll have an entire episode live from Myrtle Beach. We'll see how many animal penises Logan and Squeak can find in Myrtle Beach.
We'll got a theme song and everything. It's phallic fun facts.
We should do it on a Friday.
That's good.
I feel like
phallic fun.
If you want a picture, there you go, Matt.
Oh.
So apparently,
I don't want to show this.
30 gallons of semen.
It's barbed.
Brandon, I'm not going to show.
The spines rake the walls of the vagina to serve as a trigger for ovulation.
That's a cat dick, I guess.
That's a cat penis?
What is your search history like that you found it that quick?
I do not want to know what's on Matt's screen, but he is like intently staring at his computer monitor right now. He's like,
Logan saw it.
I can't look away. I can't look away.
I don't know. Let's move on to one of the articles.
Oh, sure. We can talk about sending shit pics all day. I sent a cat dick pic, and you guys are up in arms. All right.
But you got to be ready. You have to be ready for animal penises.
You are freely accepting other men sending you poop pictures.
And women.
Oh, yeah, sure. Most of those were the big hairy dudes, let's be honest.
And women.
Hey.
And their women's kids.
Yes, we don't discriminate against poop pics around here.
Animal penises take it to a whole. They take this show to a whole new level. Like that's something we should do on a holiday, like a real like. What's a Friday holiday? What's a Friday?
Good Friday.
Good Friday
tomorrow.
I understand that was a tough one to remember.
That's why you don't have school tomorrow.
That is why I don't have school. Good Friday should be good phallic. What would we call it? Fun phallic Friday.
Nope, not putting that and Jesus together. No, I ain't doing that.
Like a bad idea
for that, buddy. Today's
is that wrong?
Yes, it's not right.
For those who are interested, and for now, that's okay too. Today was the night that they had during Holy Week that they had the Last Supper.
Oh.
Huh. I'm just not gonna go there anymore.
Sometimes I have my Last Supper on Thursdays too because I drink my dinners on the weekends.
Yeah, I switched it up from cat dick pics to the Last Supper. Okay, I thought that was a nice smooth transition.
It was, but it might still be ready to go into the first story. Man, what do we got for the first story?
Let's do it. It's not going to be any more pleasant, but a dummy had an incident with a 4-pound dumbbell. And I'm gonna leave it at there. I want you guys to guess what the incident was.
He dropped it on his balls and crushed it.
Ooh.
We know where it went.
Oh, it went somewhere?
Are we talking hospital X-ray type stuff here?
I'm saying he sat on it.
He might have sat on it. Yikes. How do you? I guess how would you drop it on your balls unless he's sitting down? But who sits down to curl?
Yeah, you usually do.
Yeah, no, I guess.
What dudes are out there using 4-pound dumbbells is what I want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people that wear child clothes at the age of 41 lift weights? It's okay.
Listen, it's part of my physical therapy, all right? I've got a torn tendon. I use a 4-pound dumbbell. I don't want to hear. I'm strong, okay?
Duly noted. Understood.
Wow. Brandon, he's unmuted now, so be careful. Be careful. So, in an article from the NewYorkPost.com, a dummy shoved a 4-pound dumbbell in his anus.
Oh.
Needs emergency surgery
on purpose.
2 days later. 2 days later. So thanks, Ben Cost, for writing up this great article. It starts off with, what a dumb butt. I probably could have came up with something a little better, but not bad. A Brazilian man had to undergo emergency surgery after reportedly shoving a dumbbell up his rear during an ill-advised attempt at self-gratification. A case study detailing the exercise in stupidity was published last week in some journal surgery report that I'm never going to read or try to pronounce because it's Brazilian. It's pretty tough. So the unidentified, for all the right reasons, 54-year-old male had reported to a hospital in the city of kind of looks like my anus, Manaus, ironic, after failing to extract a 4.4-pound metal weight from his rectum for 2 days after he inserted it there. I'm going to pause for a minute so you guys can react.
I've walked around with 4 pounds inside of me before, but it's usually just been Taco Bell and Burger King.
My anus.
He
anus.
lives in the city of Manus.
Manaus. You can't make this up.
I'm muting again.
Got Logan again.
He lives in the city of Manus.
Don't let
if anybody wants to know, he experienced a variety of symptoms following his sexercise. This is in the article, including cramping, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting in small volume.
Sure.
And imagine this, constipation.
Why wait 2 days? Perhaps he was enjoying the 2 days.
Perhaps the doctor's like, dude, I put on some weight. I don't know what's going on.
Perhaps it was setting him off a few times during those 2 days. Go ahead, Toby. I know you got something.
Let's be honest. He's not saying I put on 2 weights. He's saying I put in 2 weights.
No. So you guys are ready for the pictures, right?
Yes.
Oh,
we gotta.
Oh,
holy shit!
So the problem you're imagining, I'm guessing, is that he put it in there and he couldn't get it out. So
that's exactly what happened. So he went to the hospital.
It's not tapered, so
right. I thought it was like a dumbbell with one of the big ends on each side, which would have been more impressive.
Oh, it went okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense. I suppose.
Like we said, anything can be a vibrator if you're brave enough.
I'm going to tell you what. before I'm going to the doctor and making it to the news, a news story where everybody publishing my name and stuff. What the heck? What's up with HIPAA laws? First of all, I know it's Brazil, but secondly, what I'm doing is I'm going to ask a close friend, if not my wife, to help me out to try to get it out. Look, I know don't think you're strong enough emotionally to do this, honey, but I need you to please try to open me up and take this out. Because there's no way I'm going to a stranger's house to do it.
Yeah, you gotta phone a friend on that one. I think you're right.
I'd have to imagine if you're sticking 4-pound dumbbells in your ass, you don't have a lot of friends or a partner to call.
Yeah, you definitely don't have a wife.
I'm not judging a book by its cover, but this line right here really got me good. Unfortunately, surgeons had a difficult, I don't know why they put it in quotes, time removing the makeshift dildo. Went right for the makeshift dildo from his derriere.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Who else has ever seen a dumbbell shaped like that?
Yeah, and I'll also say
I'm surprised. I was thinking like the weights that my wife has and that we all grew up with, like the bigger ends, like that. Well,
and Matt, I'll definitely say this. This is not judging a book by its cover. This is a picture on the inside of somebody. Okay.
Yeah. It's just
wow.
But so
right, yes, exactly. That's what a 4-pound version of that. So I'm thinking, how do you get it in? And then of course you're not getting it out. This thing right here, I've seen worse.
Ken's got some good advice.
Not live, but I've seen worse.
Doctor's advice: don't do it again, or tie a rope to it next time.
Absolutely.
So
you
right
have
here,
to have a pull cord.
So the operation was successful, they did say, and the lucky fellow was discharged after 3 days. But they did have a bit of an issue recovering it and had to go with the manual extraction, which involved the surgeon reaching in with their forearm and yanking out with the foreign body like a backed up steer.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what it says in the article. But
I've been in a cow to help birth a calf. I imagine somewhat the same, except instead of the cow going move, the guy's going ow.
No, he was knocked out.
Can we all just take a moment to appreciate the writer of this story? Like this guy, like he made it interesting. He was like, "You're gonna make me write about this? Fine, I'm saying it however I want to say it."
Yeah.
Yep.
Guaranteed that city doesn't even exist. He just made it up. He lives in Manus.
Yes. Did he get to keep it? I'm assuming
Probably.
yes, but
well,
he's
probably a worker outer. Of course he did.
For as much as he paid for it, I would hope so.
Yes. So the segue in that one was in March, doctors diagnosed a woman with a urinary tract infection to discover that she had a shot glass lodged in her bladder. That she had reportedly used the drinking vessel as a sex toy. I believe we did cover that on an earlier episode.
In her bladder, fam?
Remember we talked about that during the Christmas episode where we had the
nothing says Christmas
things, or it was New Year's. It was New Year's, right? All the things. That was the number one, was the shot glass that had been up there for like 4 or 5
years or something.
So she was not shoving it in her vaginal canal, but her urethra then, if it's going to her bladder.
Yeah, had to have been.
That's no good. That's a no.
She was using the drinking vessel as a sex toy.
Wow. Into her bladder. Yeah.
And it must have, I don't know. I don't know the human body that well to know that.
Like if it goes into your bladder, you're not putting it in your. Let's just move on.
Let's move on. Yeah.
I used medical terms.
Yeah, you did. No.
Yes. Dude, you win the smart guy of the day award on that one.
Moral of the story: buy genitalia safe sex.
Absolutely.
They're made for that stuff
for a reason.
Yeah, go support your local sex shop.
Yeah,
shop local.
Spend the $40 to $50 on a good toy instead of the $400 to $6,000 on surgery to get something taken out of your rectum.
Yeah, you're beneficial. What's up, Ben? Says when you're 15 shots in, anything can happen. Yeah, I'm curious why they use random auction. Maybe it's just like a thing. Like, hey,
I think people
has anybody
are scared
used
to
it?
go into sex stores. Honestly, but now before it was you had to go to. Now you can order anything on Amazon. Order it.
True.
Stop putting forks in your urethra.
Yeah,
I don't know that. I think that's a common goal for everybody. Stop putting forks in your urethra or shot glasses.
Who put a fork? Anyway, let's move on.
Last I think it was a couple shows ago. We had someone with a fork in the urethra.
I'm not sure what we're talking about. Go back.
Unbelievably amazing. Matt, what do we have next on our next
Let's
article?
move on. So a woman found her cheating boyfriend in bed with another woman. What do you think that she did?
Stabbed him to death.
Okay.
Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh, there goes the winner.
What, baby?
I'm gonna go Lorena Bobbitt-ish, but bit it off. I'm gonna say a biting of some sort on either one of them.
Okay, well, this is definitely
to death with a dildo.
Oh, shoved a 4-pound dumbbell up that dummy's
Beat him
butt.
to death with that 4-pound dildo they just got back.
Yes,
that's a good point. Good point.
You're going to be pleasantly, I think, intrigued by this, and I think there's going to be a lot of conversation from this. So this is a Stoke Sentinel.co.uk article. Thank you so much. No, it's Stoke on Trent Live. I don't know what this website is. There's 8,000. Either way, woman found cheating boyfriend in bed with another woman, but got in with them and went to sleep. Yeah, nobody saw that one coming.
No.
How
was that story?
Here we go. A woman who had just got home from a grueling 16-hour shift at work climbed into bed and her boyfriend and his lover after catching them in the act because she was too tired to argue.
Are you listening?
Too tired to argue. So Taylor Dunham said all she wanted to do was go to sleep, and she found her boyfriend in bed with another woman. Instead of causing a scene, Sleepy Taylor simply just got in bed next to the pair, told them to finish elsewhere, and went to sleep. Taylor has now gone viral. She revealed her unusual method of dealing with her cheating ex-lover on, you guessed it, TikTok. The clip has racked up 1 million views, and many people have branded it the ultimate power move, reports the Daily Star. Taylor explained in the video, me thinking about the time I came home from a 16-hour shift, and my ex was in bed with another woman, and I jumped in bed with them and asked them to finish somewhere else because I was too tired to fight.
That's fair. That's like taking the high road, right? And be like, whatever.
I mean,
like
that is a elevation of road I've never heard of.
Brandon.
I'm gonna catch. I don't care how many hours I've been working. I'm catching a bout of adrenaline, and I'm taking somebody's limbs off.
No, not me. I could care less. If it happened, I'd just be like, okay, cool, whatever. And I'm not
going to
get mad.
Be over in a jiffy, Logan.
How mad? Well, for one, I'm a small guy. I'm a very non-violent guy because I could get my ass kicked by a cat.
Cat dick.
Like
it doesn't. Here's the thing, though. You can't judge passion.
Ass kicked by a cat.
I don't. I'm almost 400 pounds. If I went and copulated with a woman who had been married, and the man came in and he's 5'2", 5'3", I don't care. That passion that he's got to now kill me is going to do whatever it takes to do so. I can't equal it, especially since I'm all spent.
It's the same as that adrenaline. You know, somebody's like stuck under a car and like a mother of 3 goes and lifts the car up so their kids can get out. You're going to get that level of adrenaline rushing through your body when you like the fact that she didn't.
If I'm trying to save a life, I agree with you.
When she got into that bed is what
if I'm trying to save a life, I agree with you. But if she's doing that, then it's like, okay, well, whatever. That was her choice. That's
Trust me,
I don't hurt somebody.
If I'm not attacking them, I'm trying to save a life. Believe me.
Yeah. I think we're taking the circumstances that we have at face value. I think there's a little more to this story. That either she knew it was happening, or knew that they were suspicious that it could be happening, or something like that. Because
I agree with you. So
she was like, really?
Let me ask you one question. Anybody here in the chat or otherwise, and there could be, have been with a woman or a man who would be okay with this or would act in this way? Not a goddamn on this end. I'll tell you what. Something's getting cut off.
Week makes a good point. I bet she was cheating on him also.
Could be.
Could certainly be the case. That's what I mean. The circumstances we're hearing, there's definitely something more to this. But
so this is a good point too, Elo.
That's what I kind of think there.
But let me reveal a little bit about this because as many people were eager to know the bonking pair's reaction, Taylor shared in the comments that she asked him to take his bags. The both of them then left. They now have a kid together. She was over it. And she slept like a baby that night. So maybe there was suspicions.
It was already over then before that ever happened.
Oh yeah. As folks who are here who are on TikTok, who are content creators, we know that we get to tell the story the way we want to. And sometimes you want to do it in a way that just makes that TikTok video pop off. And what way better to do it than to make it sound like she did? I don't know. I'm not saying I don't believe her fully, but I'm saying there's more to this that she's.
I'm not gonna lie. In my opinion, it sounds like they had already had a discussion that things were over. He was allowed to stay there. Her whole thing was probably just, I don't care if you're here. I just don't want you to be with another woman while you're here staying with me, because that's an insult to me while I'm allowing you to still be here while you look for a new place. She comes home. She sees that he broke that, trust, and was like, climbed into the bed and was like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we shouldn't be proud of this person for having the resolve to say, look, you're not even worth it to me. But that said, to get to that point in a relationship with somebody, it doesn't go from 100 to 0 that fast, right? So that's my only point.
Yep. But it just shows that your videos can go viral at any point. Right, but if anybody wants to know what Taylor looks like, that's Taylor Dunham.
No,
it's Taylor Dunham.
She can do better, is what she's saying.
She just got done with a 16-hour shift. I'm gonna guess she's probably in the medical field, was just tired. Maybe she was a nurse going through maybe the pandemic or something. But either way, sounds like it sounds like she probably moved on. But maybe now that she has a fame, she's the little viral video, she's got to play it out maybe a little bit more. But either way, the other couple, they seem like they're together. They got a kid. Maybe it all works out in the end. Terrible situation to have to walk into. But you know what I just realized? We don't have any Florida news. We don't have any Florida news.
No Florida news?
Man, so we don't even have a ring cam video either. But let's go to Alabama. We got a video sent in from Brandon. Alabama's closer to Florida than us. But NBC12.com. An Alabama elementary school principal got fired. She's accused of doing something in school. We've seemed to continue to have articles about principals and people in schools doing dumb shit. So I would love, Brandon, obviously so you don't get to guess, but Logan, Toby, what do you guys think this principal is accused of at school?
Fornicating with a student.
I'm going to say sexy TikToks after hours.
Sexy TikTok.
Playing the old teacher card.
With a student.
After hours doesn't involve anybody, but her fucking office is probably in the background. Somebody saw it.
Interesting. Brandon, do you want to tell them what she was?
Or going into the weight room and
if I recall the article, she was charged with, arrested for, quote, excessive paddling, unquote.
Paddling a child too much, according to authorities, which just in that statement leads me to believe that in Alabama, maybe you can still paddle students. You just maybe she went too much.
What they call it in school? It's corporal punishment where you can be paddled.
Which then goes to ask, what's the perfect amount of paddling for a child, for a principal?
I don't know about a child, but I can tell you about last night.
There it is. I saw you look at your soundboard looking for something, Brandon, and I like how you improvised. So let's get into this. An Alabama elementary school principal is on leave for paddling a child too much. In a letter obtained by WAFF, I thought they were going to spell waffle, but they stopped the LE. From the district's attorney, the principal of Hazelwood Elementary in Lawrence County, Alabama, is accused of using a wooden paddle on a child 10 times in a row. But like Toby said, corporal punishment is legal in the state of Alabama, meaning using a paddle as a form of punishment is allowed. But there is a line with the Lawrence County School Superintendent John Brett Smith says that line was crossed. Okay, so third grade student, 10 times in a row, 1 time and 5 times in a row during a separate incident. So that's a lot. That's like 16 times. 16 times during separate incidents. They got the paddle. Obviously, this third grader just didn't.
It's a third grader. Like,
I mean, yeah, but it's legal there. All right. And obviously this kid is probably accustomed. I don't know, but I mean, it wasn't there, but 10 times. I don't know. I'm curious. Toby, you got the leg twitch going. I'm curious what's your thoughts.
I always have a leg twitch, but at the same time, I mean, this is just kind of like what Brandon was just saying on the last situation. I guarantee that there's always going to be more to the story. Like, obviously, And listen, everybody here thinks that their child is a fucking angel. No, the fuck they're not. This kid was obviously a little shit that, you don't just, it's not like they found the best kid in the class and was like, well, we're going to show you what happens when you're a really good kid. Right. No, this kid was a little shithead. His parents are probably fucking meth addicts. Who knows? Like, it wasn't a good situation. Did things get out of hand? I'm sure, but it is what it is. Yeah. We already know I don't like kids. I don't give a shit that this kid got the crap whipped out of him.
Kid probably was in line for like 3 to 5, and as she did it, he was like, or as he did it, like, that all you got, mother. Like. So then there's a couple more. They're like, keep hitting me, you pussy. Like, who knows what was happening.
I don't know if a 3-year-old is necessarily going, or a 3rd grader is going to necessarily use that statement, but I mean,
I've heard it already.
I will say this.
Let me tell you something, buddy.
I will say this, and listen, I'm not trying to play devil's advocate just to play devil's advocate, but I will say this. And I watched a video on Reddit this morning that's made the rounds the last few years of a punk ass little kid who tried to get in the face of an adult. He's probably 11 or 12 years old. And the adult's trying to like turn every which way and walk away from him. The little kid stays in his face. And the guy literally tries to walk away and has to lean up against the kid to walk away because the kid won't get out of his face. Kid starts punching at the guy. Guy kind of shakes it off and laughs, Then the kid hits him in the face, and the guy gets serious, takes the kid by the throat, pushes him to the ground. Kid starts crying. My point here is this: is had nothing to do with spanking a child. Has nothing to do with. Kids get that way because their fucking parents are terrible,
and that's how
it happens.
Thank you.
Now I don't necessarily believe in beating your kids or spanking to the hilt, because I think science and research shows that what it does is it only relieves pressure and stress for the parent and really throws trauma on the child. As somebody who wrote a book about this from my own personal experience, I'll say that. That said, I don't necessarily believe in not spanking ever. So I just want that point to be out there, but I was just trying to give.
So the way that where we fail kind of as a society is we grow up with these like, well, it happened, this is what my parents did and I had to go through it. And so listen, I'm not saying beat your child, but I'm also saying that it's like that. It's almost like that analogy when somebody says there's absolutely zero reason to hit a woman. I can give you 5 off the top of my head right now as to why a woman should take one into the teeth. But I'm not saying destroy a child because they did something wrong. You can be both lightly physical and emotionally supportive to that child to explain what it is like. I had parents when my kids were both growing up. If they messed up, I'd grab them by their arm. I'd give them just a real quick. Now, mind you, they wore diapers. That kid didn't feel a damn thing. Yeah. It was the shock to his system of the, whoa, shit. Okay. All right. And that's all that it was. I'm not taking a belt out like my dad did and put 25 stripes across my spine. I'm not doing that, but it's okay. There's nothing wrong with giving that cap and alerting them to what they're doing. There's something that needs to be addressed.
Ken, here he goes. Half my students are over 6 foot and well over 200 pounds at 13. I'm more worried about them paddling me. And that's a thing. Yeah. But like you guys said, the old saying, we like to go around here, plant corn, get corn. And
plant corn, get corn. Yeah.
I don't really have a good segue for this, but I'm going to throw this out there. Toby knows about it. Brandon knows about it. Logan doesn't know about this.
I don't know about it.
He doesn't know about this.
Nope. I got nothing.
So Brandon, it's April, and I was working on a little bit of a project. No, you know about this. You're gonna know once it comes out. But I was working on a project, hit some bumps in the road, I guess, whatever. And we're coming out with a 2022 calendar.
Yes, I do know about this.
Beard of the Month calendar. Okay, and we have Logan, Brandon, and Toby are 3 of the months of it. And they are now currently available. Not 100% sure if they're going to work on the website. So if anybody wants to try, you can be the test dummy. But either way, and I'll make sure to send you guys one. So give me the address. But we're going to be a sneak peek. This is.
Don't worry, ladies. We have our clothes on.
Yes, 2023, though. We might get one.
I tried. Listen, okay? I want everybody to understand. I certainly tried. I did try. I sent Matt some shit, and he's like, listen. I need something different, bro. I think it traumatized Matt just a little bit with my photos. I was like, all right. So then I sent him like 80 photos. I was like, just pick one of those.
Thank you for not showing me those.
We could show those later, but they're all in the spank bag. But either way, here is Mr. January. That's later.
Oh, come on.
It's the only picture you had on Facebook that was usable.
I'll get you. Oh.
It's
already.
I was doing a school play.
Nobody.
It's already made, bro. It's already made. Peter Pan.
I mean, you guys not knowing like that's not a bad look, right?
Yeah, Ultra Boy look. Yeah,
it's not a great look, but you decided to randomly go through like midlife crisis and shave your beard off.
I love the fact that you can tell how long he had been wearing a hat by the time that picture had been taken.
Yes. So let's talk about Mr.
high school play 2 years ago.
Mr. March.
Let's see this.
Woo! Look at that handsome man.
What?
I am so not used to seeing you without a hat on, bro.
Mr. March and Mr. September, even though he had a couple other months that he wanted to be, but we settled for Mr. September.
Well, I'm swiping yes on that one.
So I know it is April, so you're not going to get to see a lot of Mr. March and Mr. January, but if you want, you can still cycle through there and just live your Mr. whatever.
Can we go back to Toby's picture?
Oh, please.
I closed it out on accident.
That's
so
all right. This picture for me just screamed, "Yes, I'll come to your house, ladies, and I'll fix your pipes, and I'll also lay them."
I can see that.
Do you want me to bring my dumbbells?
It was just a perfect smile of.
Do you want me to bring my 4-pound dumbbell?
Yes.
But for anybody that is, if you want to, you guys, I legit just got these live today. So everybody listening and you guys here are the first people to know about it. So if anybody would like to check it out, feel free. I went with $14.99. They're not very cheap, but these ones are cool because they actually have a built-in wall hook and it's got the spiral thing. So I went with quality over just putting out something that's decent. Shipping should be too bad.
$14.99 is still a pretty affordable custom made calendar. Like, okay,
and I'm not doing it to make money. Like I'm not, what I mean? I wanted to keep it low enough. Shipping for the one that I had, it was around $7 for me, which I know it's not Amazon Prime, but around $20 for a calendar with 12 beards in of the month. I didn't think it was too bad.
Now I need to get with you so I can make Angel's calendar for next year.
Yeah. I think I have a system down, so we can definitely talk and we can make that happen. And if you guys want one more breaking news, I've been working on a project for 2 years, and I think I finally have it kind of down. It's the Beard Laws Volume 1 book. I've been trying for years to have it, so it was community driven, where artists I gave them a beard law, they drew the beard law out, put it into a book, and I wanted it a very small book so you could kind of put it on your toilet. And I've been able to create a 5x5 soft cover book. And it's got the first 25 beard laws, and all of the beard laws that are on the Beard Laws website are copywritten, and they have been since 2019. So they're all in a book, and I'm super excited about it. So if anybody wants to check it out. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen the book yet, but I think it's live. It might work. It might not. I don't know. I'm going to get a bunch of them in, but I'm super excited. Again, it's 1 through 25. But what's even more about it is I love the fact that I did some of the artwork myself, but about, I'm going to say 15 or so, 20, probably 20 of them were submitted by people, and I gave them a big thank you page in it as well. So it's been a long time coming. I've been working on it. It's not exactly how I envisioned it, but I was able to publicize it myself, which sucks. But that's enough. So we should just call this the self promo episode. So I do apologize about that, everybody. But wonder what the other picks Toby submitted. They weren't bad by any means, unless you define it as like bad. No, they were good. I'm still excited about them. But either way, what do you say we get to the picker wheel? Last week, did we spin it, Brandon?
We did spin it. I do not remember what it was.
Because I have written down the movie that you love that everyone else hates.
And I thought yes, and I thought the question was originally the movie that you love that your wife hates, or that your significant other can't stand.
Maybe that was on there, but yeah, this was copied right from the picker wheel. A movie that you love. Everyone else hates, but maybe it could be you could do it as your wife, but I think we didn't we talk about this? Because you told us the movie that your wife watches every night, so you hate it, and Toby was like, that's a good movie.
That's right.
You're like, it is a good movie.
You're right.
All right, so we're gonna just spin it. We're just gonna spin it. And again, if anybody has any questions that they would like on the picker wheel, please let us know. We'll add it on the fly, but we're gonna go ahead and spin one. Picker wheel, picker wheel. Weirdest. Oh, jeez, they heard us talk about it. Weirdest thing you have jerked off into. Thank you for whoever put that out there. I got to admit, I don't think I really have anything weird that I've jerked off into. You looked at me with that look, Logan.
No, like I just.
Yeah, you did. I saw you looking.
No, I think it's. I don't know how long I've been doing it. I'm 41. It's been a while, but like
at least 30 years.
Like into, like when you in like. No,
it is funny though. As soon as we did the picker
sock
wheel,
never existed, and I knew like you grow up, you hear about the sock. Like I'm not. I like my socks.
So you're just freely spraying that all over the place. You're not catching it anywhere.
Like tissue. Like that's honestly. Like
I don't know about you, brother, but I need some pretty heavy duty tissue.
That's about it.
I don't know about you, brother, but I need some pretty heavy duty tissue.
Sometimes some paper towel. It's a little thicker.
We're talking Bounty, bro.
It is a quicker picker upper.
Bald Eagle beer shotgun device. The ego was giving me bedroom eye. Was it kind of like this guy right here? The freedom funnel? Did you jerk off into this?
That's amazing.
You jerked off into the freedom funnel? Unreal. It better not be this freedom funnel because it smelled a little weird. Yeah, I don't know. So does anybody have anything, I guess? I can't think of anything that would be weird.
A 50 cal shell casing, a 40 Mike shell casing, and a 20 Mike shell casing.
Wow.
See, I don't find that weird because you were in a situation where
I was overseas.
Could have been more.
Yeah.
I was overseas for sure.
Nobody's gonna check these.
Put them back.
They don't want you to throw them over somebody's brick gated backyard over in Iraq.
Fuck. Some guy. Awesome. What is this? Oh man. I was jokingly going to say like
salt water.
I was jokingly going to say something like ranch bottle, but I figured people would take it too seriously. So I think the weirdest thing, I don't know, the normal stuff, towels, T-shirts, your hand, maybe a toilet here or there. I don't know. Nothing crazy.
He jerked off into a freedom funnel.
Gave it a shot of America.
Yeah,
that exact eagle.
I know I was about to fill that baby up and chug one for you boys, but there is a 100% chance that I am not going to do that after I know that Ken jerked off into one. Yeah, you do, my dude. You come in at the weirdest times. And speaking of coming in at the weirdest times, does anybody else have any? I legit don't have anything, I guess, that would be unpractical.
I have a huge list of weirdest girls and people, like girls like
that you jerked off into.
What do you mean, like the girls at the circus or something? Like, what is the weirdest girls?
Like things physical? No, just.
Oh, I got something that's a little weird, I guess.
I've never had to, I guess.
Pretzel bag one time.
What?
Yeah, pretzel bag one time.
What? Were those Dots pretzels? Or...
they come seasoned already, Matt.
not like I was using the bag.
Salty enough.
No, not that I was using. Like there was a scenario in a truck or whatever. You know what I mean? Where the things were there, and I was just like, oh shit! I just didn't want to fucking come all over the steering wheel, and I just looked around. There was a pretzel bag, and just went into the pretzel bag. Best part was forgot it was there. Buddy got in the truck, was like, "Oh shit, can I have some of your pretzels?" I was like, "No." I mean, no, don't do that. So I guess I got a weird one. Yeah.
It's not as bad as what it could be.
What about all of the stories, which I'm not 100% they're true, of the people, we're not going to say the school, but some people that we knew at a school that you potentially went to, they went on a thing where they were jerking off into fruits, right?
There was oranges / tangerines, whatever. There were textbooks during class. So the legend goes. It's a legend.
I've heard that. Yep.
The textbooks, like the English and history textbooks, I know almost for sure English happened.
Huh.
Must have been a good story.
That was before whatever all those books that the women really get all horned up to,
like 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, that was before.
Way before this. Like they were going into like Shakespeare. These guys were very turned on by like Hamlet and stuff. Apparently,
one thing that I do want to discuss, whether we segue or whatever, but it's funny because the viewers always seem to go up when we start talking about weird shit about jerking
every single fucking time.
It's rising right now. Thank you guys.
I can give some insight as to why they're doing them into those books. They're doing them into what you would consider to be a low interest read for a student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were bored, and it became a thing with this group, and
so
they wanted
less of a chance of it being caught, really, unless it became a required reading element.
They were doing it in the middle of class, though.
Yeah, they were doing it during class.
Oh, kids are fucking weird.
Shakespeare did have men play women. So
I'll tell you what. So I want this to be known that I quit football my sophomore year of high school, and because of this story, I don't regret it. I found out my junior and senior year that dudes were on the football team on Thursday night before the game, watching porn and jerking off together.
Yep.
Which is fine if that's what you're into, but I wasn't. And glad I quit a little early before I found about that.
How many times did you do it? Just the once, or
3 times in January?
It's cold in January.
Like stuff like that. Like I just figure I'm awkward enough on my own. I don't need to like make it more awkward with somebody else around. Like it's just not my thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, the screaming, the crying, the tears, whatever.
Imagine getting a paper cut on your dick. That would be just.
No, not only can I not, I don't want to. So fucking knock the fuck off.
I want to imagine it.
No, I mean, well, I'm just thinking that's a risk. Like that's probably something they didn't think of when they were partaking in the textbook sticky pages. And
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Let's do another.
The whole idea that they were doing it during school, like.
You do that now, you're going to jail.
You're going to jail.
There's enough problems at this school.
And I know the teacher that was in there, at least for the supposed really alleged one. She wouldn't have known. Like, she wouldn't have caught him. She was oblivious. And I just...
Let's spin another one. Yeah, let's spin another one. And if it's a really good long one, then we'll save it for next week. But let's see what we got here. Who changes the TP in your house? Who changes the toilet paper in your house?
You know, it's great. We're going to do this now. This is easy.
Let's do it.
So, the great thing about my house is there is no like roll to put it on. So it's literally just all stuffed under the toilet, under the sink. So we just pull a roll out, put it on the counter. It's really easy. Put it up there. You know,
no shit.
You don't want to be caught your pants, around your ankles trying to hunt around for one. So we're both
is there a reason like you don't have a traditional roll?
It's a smaller bathroom.
I'm not judging. I'm curious.
Smaller bathroom, yeah.
Smaller bathroom upstairs. Downstairs in the basement here, I've got one, but upstairs we don't have one.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I tend to. I mean, we have bidets on every toilet in the house. We have 2 toilets. There's toilet paper most of the time in there, but I have to. I have to go the other way because I was there for the longest time being the guy that changed the toilet paper, and then it just kind of stopped. I live in a house full of women, and then somebody knows that I think it triggers me a little bit to put the toilet paper on, in my opinion, the wrong way. So they started doing that, and now the toilet paper just sits on top of the rack. It's not on the roll. It just sits there, and that's the route that it goes, and whoever just kind of uses the last bit of it has to go and get one, and they're the one, I guess, that changes it.
Yeah. I think this whole, and I'll let Toby answer, but I think this whole like argue over toilet paper is really kind of silly. But then again, I argue about food. That's my entire kind of thing.
Very important. The way the toilet paper roll goes is very important. One of my kids has taken to changing it every once in a while, which is awesome.
The older or younger?
Older.
Okay, I was going to say I couldn't picture the other way around.
Good to know that the changing of toilet paper is important, but apparently you walk home from a 16-hour day and you find out that your SO is sleeping with somebody else. That's not.
I'm serious. I'm not a jealous person. I can't be jealous. Anyways, Toby, answer this question.
Okay, listen. When it does get changed, I can promise you, and I'm glad that we brought this up. So as soon as this ends, I can get in a fight tonight. It definitely is not my significant other that changes. As a matter of fact, there's been many times where I've rushed into the bathroom because, oh shit, I have to go like now. I have to now.
Yeah.
And I'll sit down and I'll look over, empty, or just has that like, hey, I can pull it this far out, and it goes, and then the roll is gone, and I'm like, what? So I started instituting where we just take all of the toilet paper and it sits on the back of the toilet now. So if the roll does go empty and it doesn't get changed out, that I can just reach back.
Right.
And I've now got toilet paper. But nobody in this house puts it back on the roll except for me.
So to answer your question, Elo, I do, because I'm the only one who uses it. I also want to say, if you've read my book, you know this, but I'm not trying to sit here and shamelessly plug my book. But I grew up in a place where we often ran out of toilet paper, and my mother was very poor and by choice, lazy. Long story. But we used what we called the communal family towel, and until were able to get more. So toilet paper is not something I argue over, but it's something I definitely cherish.
Yeah, no, that's so growing up, a lot of times in the house that I live with is my grandparents' house. They always had a thing where they wanted to be easier on the septic, so they didn't flush the toilet paper. And I'm curious if that was like a regional thing or if that was together. So they had like a separate box, like with a bag and stuff, like a separate garbage, where they would take the shit paper and you had to put the shit paper in the trash can and then take the trash out. Like, is that something that you guys have ever seen? Because I'm seeing you shaking your head. Like you've.
Yeah, I know people that do that. Especially like I've got a lot of friends that own boats.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm here in North Carolina, so when they go to boats, like some people have boats and they don't want to, like when they have guests over and stuff, like where when they have guests, they'll allow the toilet to be used, but when they don't, in order to conserve like the plumbing and stuff on the boats, because when it does go down, it's very expensive to replace plumbing on a boat. So they'll have their what they call like their burn basket or whatever, where they'll wipe and they'll put it directly in the trash can.
Yeah, thankfully now they make biodegradable toilet paper just for RV, like so camping wise, like we use that as well too. But I mean that's that was something that we did, and maybe it's different. Maybe you guys have lived in houses that were in cities and stuff and had like what's the word I'm looking for, fucking lines that tied into the city. Not septic.
Grandpa that you knew.
Yep.
My thumb goes this way. Grandpa that you knew. So my mother figured this out years later. Like he's on his way out, right? When he's in his wheelchair, mom had to wipe him, but she'd go in there and he try and wipe himself. He would only use one sheet, one square for the whole deal. And she was like, "Dad, like, what are you doing?" He's like, "What?" Like his whole life, but he grew up in the Depression. So you used one square for the whole thing.
I physically couldn't do it.
No. Oh God, no.
Wouldn't be shaking his hand.
Right. So like
a lot of people did.
A lot of people shook this man's hand. Like he's like the stand-up guy in this area for a long time.
Rumor has it it's a Guinness World Record of most hands shaken with shit on it.
Probably. So after I learned this, I'm like I shook my grandfather's hand all the time. This guy, but then it also clicked with me. That's why, granted, we're on a farm. It always smelled like shit, but that's why I'd get a big whiff of shit when we were in the
truck,
in his shop where like we fix things. Every once in a while, I'd just be like, "Wow, it fucking stinks in here." It's probably because he had shit in his pants.
Oh yeah, there was shit in the crack. I'm learning
this about my higher than God grandfather, who was just the most amazing human being I've ever met. He didn't correctly wipe his own butthole, and like I learned this, and I now have like different thoughts about my grandfather. Until I'm like, okay, no, Depression. He didn't know any better, but like by the end of it, they had money. That's what he did.
Yeah. Do you think if he had a bidet, would he have used it?
No, God, no. He would have had some wicked.
You mean you're spraying your pooper with the stuff we drink?
Right.
Why don't you just use water? You mean like out of the toilet?
Wicked skid marks.
That's fantastic. But
great reference.
It ruined my thing about my grandfather a little bit.
We're going to spin the picker wheel. That's going to be for next week, which is going to be the 21st of April. So hopefully all you potheads are recovered from 420. Best public place to poop.
I feel like we covered this before.
We did.
I think we inadvertently covered this once.
Yeah.
I think our questions, our picker wheel questions, are very scatological.
Yeah.
They bind.
I'm almost positive because I know for a fact that we were talking about gas stations and things like that at this time.
I remember the food. Did we segue from it?
You know what I think it went? Was it while traveling the best place to poop?
Yes, it was.
We kind of vined into like
when you're traveling, where's the best place to stop to go to the bathroom?
Want to respin it? Want to do a respin for
Mine's
next week?
Walmart. Walmarts are always clean.
Yeah, let's respin it.
They have a list.
Let's respin it. Yeah, we don't want to
go to completely different Walmarts than I do.
Yes, lots.
Our Walmarts are nice.
Lots of favorite random fact that can't be brought up. So this is what she actually just asked. I only have so many limits, character limits to it, but it was right here. Picker wheel. Favorite random fact that can't easily be brought up in a casual conversation.
Okay.
If you're
we're going to start that. I'm going to get the whole question in there just so we don't have questions. But
That's a tough one.
That's a good one. I like that. Thank you. Thank you for.
I disagree, Logan. I don't think that's difficult at all because if you know me, if you get into a casual conversation with me, fucking everything's on the table.
Oh, I agree with that part. I'm going with the random fact part.
Oh, the random fact. Okay, yeah.
Casual conversation. I think any of the four of us at many times.
I would be afraid for somebody to literally record us. Like not being on the air, just sitting around having some beers and just talking. Like it, somebody would.
Is
think
it much
all
different?
Of us were high. Somebody would think all of us were high.
I mean, aren't we sitting around having beers, but we just happen to be live?
Yeah, but I mean, think about it, like legit. Like nobody else is around us. It's just us four. There's a campfire going, and now we've gotten into like the weird
political donor Ed Buck.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
I think we should make that happen one of these days.
Like we said last week, like if we all sat around a campfire,
it'd be so much worse than it is right now.
I already know.
We should find and we'll talk about this backstage, but we're gonna find a day. We're gonna make this happen one of these days. We're gonna make this happen. Whether me and Logan have to go somewhere, I saw Ken's comment. There is a point where the meat is perfectly cooked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But all of the meat.
Yes.
I don't know.
There's not a better way to segue. We can't thank you enough, Ken. Your comments
well done. Like
I'm gonna go. We're gonna start this. We're gonna start a chat MVP of the night, and this is the first annual chat MVP of the night. Ken, you win. So make sure everybody comes back next week to see if you can get the chat MVP of the night, and maybe eventually you'll win something. But right now the budget is 0 because we had one Patreon. Now he's gone. He doesn't watch the show anymore. He's gone. Oh. He didn't like what happened backstage. He's gone. So either way, we can't thank you guys enough. Yes, we'll absolutely be thinking about you guys tomorrow. T's and P's. We fucking love you guys. Absolutely. So yeah, can't thank you guys enough. We're gonna hit the outro and have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good Friday. Don't do any of the weird dick stuff that Logan wants to do on Good Friday. That's a bad idea.
That wasn't what I meant.
Look at my hand so far. I can see it on Logan's camera. That's weird. It's like a little hand.
Tiny little small hands.
Can I point out the creepy picture above Logan's right shoulder that is Matt? Could you imagine waking up to that?
That guy or this
right shoulder. That's a collab that Green Room Productions did. Remember The Simpsons with the presidents in the head, the jar?
Yeah.
He did a series of creators with their head in a jar like The Simpsons.
It's a great picture. It would be terrifying to see in the middle of the night, though.
Imagine how his girlfriend feels.
Yeah, imagine how the fiance does too. I'm bald. I wish I could have hair again like that picture, but that's all we got for you. We're gonna go. Yes. Fun podcast. We can't thank you guys enough. You're going to win.
Too.
All right. Come back next week. Try to win some bragging rights at the chat MVP. Bet you won't. All right. Outro time. Okay. Bye.
Peace.